Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to yet another Gors Month of Horror. This is number 10. Yeah, we got all the way up to number 10 and it's only the 16th day of October. Pretty damn good. Anyway, this is number 10 and this time I'm not actually looking at a movie to review. I am actually doing a video game. A game that came out last week called Dead Rising 2, Off the Record. Now the reason why I'm doing this kind of video review besides a regular, like with gameplay and stuff, video review that I do, for video games, is because I did not beat this game. I'm going to say it straight up there. So I cannot do a professional-ish, I don't really do professional reviews, but, I can't do a, quality-looking review with the HD gameplay because I didn't finish the game. But I'll tell you why in a minute, okay? I want to talk about this game, of course. It has to do with zombies. A lot of killing with zombies, a lot of killing with really weird weapons, weird combo weapons, which is like pretty much taking two weapons and sticking them together. There's a lot of killing in this game, so let's talk about it. The story in this is largely the same as Dead Rising 2 from last year, because if you don't know, this is pretty much a spin-off of Dead Rising 2 that came out last year, because last year it followed a character named Chuck Green, who was a character who kills zombies for a living just to make some money to get this thing called Zombrix, which helps cure, well, it doesn't cure, but helps prevent zombie people being zombified, and he has a daughter who got bitten, so he tries, do all this stuff, get all this money, and try to get Zombrix for her. So he kills a whole bunch of zombies doing that, and then he gets wound up in this big conspiracy in this Las Vegas type place, and that's really where the story leaves off there. Here it's the same thing, except you have the main character from the first Dead Rising game called what's his name? Frank Castle? Frank Castle, there you go. And you have Frank Castle in this one, who is a photographer, he was a journalist, he got really famous from the first one, and in this one he's pretty much a deadbeat now. He lost fame and blah blah blah, and here he is in the place for Chuck. This is an alternate story. This pretty much trying to say that Chuck does exist, but he's not in this situation, so Frank is now the Chuck in this game, and he's going through the story. It's the same story, except it's different because Frank's in it, so he says different things, and some little plot outcomes are a little different. Now, I did not complete this game. I will say, the story I did not complete. You know why? Because it's exactly the same as Dead Rising 2 from last year. So I am not going to play the game over again. If the game was like 7 hours long, then sure, but the game's about 20 hours long, and I remember being frustrated like hell last year. I mean, I love Dead Rising 2, don't get me wrong, but there's so many boss fights and so many little fights that you have to come encounter with that are just annoying, and I didn't want to do that again, so I'm sorry. I did not play that much. I played the first 2 cases out of like 8, and that's it. That was all I played. But I gotta say, there's also a new mode in this version of the game called Sandbox Mode, where it's just sandbox. You go around killing as many zombies as you want, and that's it. There's no time restraints, because in the campaign you have a time restraint. You have to do each mission according to time and stuff. If you do it too long, you'll fail the whole game, okay, if you wait too long. So in Sandbox, you can just go roam around, co-op with a friend, killing a whole bunch of zombies, taking pictures if you want, because of course your main character in this game has a camera, so you can take a whole bunch of weird pictures. You also have a new area in this this version of the game called Uranus Zone. And it's kind of fun, but not really worth the extra $40 you'll be paying for this game. The game is a lot of fun, it really is. But it's largely the same, it really is. Besides the new zone, a couple new weapons that you get, and the new little features in the story with Chuck Green being replaced with Frank Castle. It's largely the same, it really is. And the sandbox mode, of course, which in a way you could do the sandbox mode anyway in the past games if you just want to create a different save for Dead Rising 2 and just screw around in Dead Rising 2 and fail all the missions. Because if you fail all the missions, you can still play the game, you just can't do any of the missions. So, it's still a lot of fun. The game is a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. It's very fun to kill a bunch of zombies, unique weapons, unique combo weapons that you can make by combining 2 weapons. It's a lot of fun. But it's way too similar to Dead Rising 2. And for the 40 extra bucks, this feels like $10 DLC. It really, really does. Maybe 15 if you're lucky. So, for 40 bucks, I recommend not a purchase, only if you've played Dead Rising 2 or you own it. If you never played a Dead Rising game, or Dead Rising 2 for that matter, then I would recommend a purchase, because the game is a lot of fun. The story is, not interesting, but it's entertaining. The characters are endearing, and I like them. Frank Castle is a great character. I think so, at least. He's very entertaining to watch and listen to, and he's very funny. He's a cool character. Just like Chuck Green last year, he wasn't really funny unless he was like throwing out retarded one-liners. Most of the time he was serious because he was trying to save his daughter. And this one, he's just, Frank Castle's just goofy and, not serious at all. So, there you go. There's my review for Dead Rising 2 off the record. If you want a brief summary, I like the game. There's not too much different from it, but it's still a pretty damn fun game. If you do have Dead Rising 2 and you did play it, I do recommend a rental, though. So, anyway, there's my review for Dead Rising 2 off the record. I will give it a... How should I review it? Out of my ratings that I give for games, which is out of a 5 rating, I'll give it a 3.5 out of a 5. So anyway, there you go. There's a Dead Rising 2 off the record review. I know it was a little sloppy and stuff, but I just got finished playing Michael Phelps, the Push the Limit game, and I am tired as hell. You can see my face is all red. That game gave me a workout. So sorry if it's all sloppy and I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, there's my review for Dead Rising 2 off the record. That was Gors month before number 10. Thank you and goodbye.